How is this possible? So you have clouds with no rain. So I've been out here for about 10 minutes and there was no wind. These clouds have been over in my head for about 10 minutes now. And this wind started about 3 minutes ago. So the clouds are moving this way. You see the lightning. You see the lightning, no rain. The clouds are moving this way. Super dark clouds and they have lumps all in them, right? The clouds are moving this way. So why are the trees moving this way? Why is the wind blowing this way? How is the wind blowing this way, but the clouds are going in that direction? How is that possible? If clouds are carried by wind, then how are clouds moving that way? And the wind, how is this possible? All the trees are being pushed this way. How is that possible? And there was no wind about 5 minutes ago. All this wind just magically picked up out of nowhere. And the clouds are going in the opposite direction of the wind. How is that possible? Explain to me how it's possible. It's a big ass ship inside these clouds. The ship is moving this way, and if there's like some type of propeller that's moving the ship that way, the air that is pushing out to push the plane or the spaceship forward is actually all that wind and gust coming off of the spaceship is actually going this way. But it's pushing the plane that way, or pushing the spaceship that way. That's why the clouds are moving in the opposite direction of the wind. Because if clouds are just water vapor, then they should be easily affected by the wind, right? But it's not. Because these are heavy, solid objects up here. Clouds are just supposed to be water vapor, right? So that means any wind should be blowing clouds at if the wind is 50 miles an hour, right? And clouds are just water vapor, that means the clouds should be being pushed at least 50 miles an hour in the same direction of the wind, but it's not. These are solid objects inside of these clouds. Somebody's calling me. These are solid objects inside of these clouds, moving however they want to, but they're cloaked as clouds. That lightning looked crazy. Water vapor shouldn't be able to just choose which direction it goes into. It can't just go against the wind and just start going slowly across the whole sky. Do you see this? That's not what water vapor does. Water vapor can't do this. There's something in the clouds. And water vapor, are you telling me water vapor makes all this lightning possible? Are you serious? Water vapor. So you're telling me water evaporates, it creates these dense, solid clouds that produce lightning, that produces electricity. How is that possible? How is water doing this? So water vapor can yo, this is crazy. So I'm supposed to believe this is water vapor, right? Come on. These are dense objects, dense metallic objects in the sky that produce electric sparks constantly. And notice, as most of the dark, dense clouds passed over, most of the wind stopped. And that was just a matter of minutes. The wind came here in a matter of minutes, and it was gone in a matter of minutes. There's still a slight wind going on, right? But the majority of that heavy, dense wind is gone now that those clouds have passed over. Because they're not just clouds. I guarantee you, once these clouds are out of sight, there won't be any more wind, because they're not just clouds. They're producing their own air. When they're using the air, they're pushing air to travel through the sky. That's where all this wind comes from.